I'm Stephen Buxbaum, and I'm running for mayor of Olympia. My background and experience set me apart from my opponent. I have more than 30 years of professional experience helping Washington cities build affordable housing, finance public facilities, and create jobs. I manage large, complex budgets. I know what resources are available to cities to make it through tough financial times. I was appointed by the governor to chair the Interagency Council on Homelessness. I also helped write the state's Homelessness Prevention Act of 2005. Community development is my vocation. I want to focus my experience on my hometown of Olympia. I chose to live in Olympia 35 years ago. Joyce and I raised 2 daughters here. In the early 1980s, I helped plan and organize to bring our Olympia Farmers Market to a downtown location. I served on the board of the Dispute Resolution Center. I helped Grub, Garden Raised Bounty, purchase land and build the farmhouse for their youth programs. This is a beautiful town with a creative and resilient people. I am dedicated to working with our citizens to build a prosperous and sustainable future. In my first 22 months on council, I initiated a homelessness prevention program by bringing people together, our faith communities and social service organizations. I worked with city staff to establish a new $2 million low-interest loan program for nonprofits and small businesses using federal funds. I met monthly with neighborhood leaders to hear their concerns. Working with them and city staff, I helped strengthen our city's code enforcement. These examples show that I don't just talk. I followed through on my campaign promises and I got things done. We need a mayor with experience on the city council. I was elected over a year ago by my colleagues to serve as our city's mayor pro tem. Since then, I have worked with our city manager and current mayor to set each of our council meeting agendas and move the city forward. I also chair the city's finance committee. As mayor, I am ready to hit the ground running. I want to be your mayor because I want to use my knowledge, skills, and experience to serve the city of Olympia. I am committed to revitalizing our downtown, supporting small local business, protecting the character and quality of our neighborhoods, planning for a sustainable future, completing and using our comprehensive plan, and collaborating with adjoining cities in the county on our common goals such as water quality and transportation. When you receive your ballot in the mail, please vote for experience. Vote for me, Stephen Buxbaum. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Dick Poost. I'm running for mayor of Olympia. TCTV has been kind enough to allow me to tell you a little bit about myself and why I'm running for this office. I was born in Olympia and spent most of my life here. I went to Garfield Elementary and graduated from Olympia High School. I have a degree in political science from St. Martin's College, now university. My career background is in broadcasting, where I worked both as a radio host and as general manager, where I was responsible for hiring, payroll, and dealing with complicated government regulations. I've served on the Olympia Planning Commission and am currently involved with the homeless and education issues as a member of the Salvation Army Advisory Board and the South Sound Reading Foundation. These are just a few of my involvements in this community. My number one priority is the economy. Many families and businesses in our community are struggling. Olympia must do all it can to help its citizens survive in this tough economic environment. We must do all we can to encourage job growth and a positive environment for those already providing jobs. And when cuts are considered, let's make sure we aren't just looking at numbers and statistics. There are real people being affected, men and women who are trying to support themselves and their families. Secondly, I share your concerns about downtown Olympia and will work to make sure it's a place where everyone feels safe, especially after dark. There's no excuse for allowing parts of our downtown to become sleeping areas and bathrooms. I've personally seen young people who look no older than 14 or 15 years old bed down on the sidewalk along 4th Avenue at 9 o'clock in the morning while cars and trucks whiz by. This should not be happening. We don't need endless studies to show us how to handle this situation. Let's just fix it and do it now. Now, I know Olympia doesn't control Capitol Lake, but I'll bring up the subject anyway because so many people ask me about it. I'm often asked, lake or estuary? My answer is always lake. Some prominent scientists have studied the issue and concluded that cleaning up and dredging the lake is better for the fish, water quality, and overall environment. Engineers say it would be less expensive to dredge Capitol Lake than Budd Inlet. Besides, Capitol Lake is beautiful. For more than half a century, it's been part of our lives. Let's not destroy this beautiful asset. If you get a chance, check my website and you'll find I'm supported by many wonderful people from both political parties and independents. You can also check out a more complete list of my extensive community involvement. Go to dickpustformayor.com. That's the number 4 between Pust and Mayor. Change is vital. My opponent is already on the City Council. If he wins, nothing changes. Vote for Dick Pust for Olympia Mayor. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Steve Langer, and I'm running to continue my work on the Olympia City Council in position number 2. I'm a 30-year resident of the Olympia area. I'm a clinical psychologist and a consultant with a practice in Olympia. I've been active in the Olympia area for many years and was appointed to the City Council in May 2010. So far, I've spearheaded preservation of the Legion Way tree corridor. In my first vote on the City Council, I was able to bring the downtown artesian well into public ownership along with the rest of the council. I also helped tackle homelessness prevention. Now, I'm heading the Downtown Project, a comprehensive approach to making downtown Olympia safe and welcome for all. I'm working with downtown residents, businesses, police, social service agencies, city staff, and street-dependent people to solve the problems of downtown. As the chair of the Land Use and Environment Committee, I'm overseeing the revision of the Shoreline Master Program, the comprehensive plan in line with Olympia's environmental values. I look forward to saving the waterfront from overdevelopment, improving water quality, and preparing for sea level rise. I plan to work respectfully with the City Council, city staff, citizens of Olympia, and the other jurisdictions in this work. I also look forward to continuing to do other good work on the Council. Please vote for Steve Langer for Olympia City Council. You can look me up on the web at stevelanger.info. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Democritus. I'm running for Olympia City Council, position 2. And I'm running because I believe in this basic political philosophical principle. It's the principle that if people are significantly affected by something, then they should have a means available to them whereby they can directly, and amongst all of them equally, decide the outcome of the things in question that affect them. Now, a governmental policy, or governmental policies in general, significantly affect the lives of its people through the taxes that we have to pay, what those tax revenues are spent on, and with regards to the laws that we're compelled to obey. So therefore, I think that all of the people should be the ones to decide upon these various aspects of governmental policy directly and equally, since we're so affected by them, instead of other elected people being the ones to decide upon these various aspects of our lives. Now, when you decide upon the important aspects that govern your life, you're free. When other people decide upon the important aspects of your life, you're not free. And that's what I'm hoping to accomplish in a fundamental transition in the city's government by working on helping us transition towards a direct democracy. A directly democratic form for a city's government is one in which all of the people directly make public policy instead of elected representatives. Now, this system has a number of advantages over our currently existing system. It is one that makes it so that we will have far better decisions that get made, because for every one city council member, there are 6,800 of us in the city of Olympia. In my humble opinion, 6,800 heads are better than one. That's because we get a far greater diversity of perspectives, depth of experience to draw from, much more information, much higher scrutiny of the information, and we also get a much higher level of work that enters into the government's decisions. Now, all of these virtuous elements are maximized in a directly democratic system because we have the maximal number of people participating in making governmental policy. And when you increase the number of people who participate in rendering public policy, you increase all those virtuous elements. But also, we'll have a system that effectively makes us nearly immune to corruption and conspiracy in government, because of the fact that there are simply too many people who are watching what the government is doing, and there are too many people that you would have to blackmail or bribe if you were a special interest in order to manipulate the government in any particular fashion. It's feasible to blackmail or bribe one person or a small handful of people. It's not feasible to do so with tens of thousands. So vote for me on November 8th, and we'll get a system that gives us real freedom, gets government policy that always matches our wishes, gets an immunity to corruption and conspiracy, and also gives us better decisions. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Brenda Drew. I've served you for 4 years on the Olympia City Council, and now I'm asking for your vote to re-elect me. When you vote for me, you'll be voting for experience, leadership, and diversity. By experience, I mean I'll be the senior member of the council in 2012. I've served on every council subcommittee, general government, finance, and I chaired land use and social services. I've served on most of the interjurisdictional committees that we have with Lacey, Tumwater, and Thurston County. I chaired 2 of those. By leadership, I mean I led the effort to build a 4th fire station and a training center, which has reduced our response times in Olympia from a dangerous high of over 11 minutes down to the national standard of 6 minutes. I served on the team that built our new city hall, and we built it to a LEED Gold standard. I led the effort to find a home, a permanent home for Camp Quixote to help our most vulnerable citizens. And I also helped protect senior housing from the threat of redevelopment by working out a compromise with the owner of the Friendly Village Park that helped those seniors stay in their homes. I led the effort to build the first off-leash dog park in Thurston County, and I hope it can be the first of many. By diversity, I mean I'm the only woman on the ballot. Women's voices are important in politics. The way we problem solve is different from men, and I want to keep my voice on the Olympia City Council working for our most vulnerable citizens and families. Looking forward, I want to help Olympia create a sustainable budget. Our budget's not sustainable right now. We have shifted money from building funds to our operating budget in order to balance the budget all 4 years that I'm on the council. I think it's time for us to talk about increasing taxes. I want to ask you, the voters, whether you want to do that by putting it on the ballot for you. And I want to make Olympia the best little city in America for arts and culture. And I'll do that by helping us build art space in our community. Art space is live, work housing for artists. We brought them to town in 2009, the nonprofit organization called Art Space, and they were thrilled with us. They said we were a perfect fit for them. They'd never had such a reception. I want to keep moving that effort forward and imagine a community where people say, let's get in the car and go to Olympia for a weekend, and let's take in the arts and have a little culture. And I think we can do it together in spite of the economic challenges facing us. And I hope you agree and you'll vote for me. Thank you.
My name is Nathaniel Jones, and I'm running for position 3 on the Olympia City Council. I came to Olympia with my wife Kathleen 20 years ago. We found a wonderful and supportive place to raise our 2 daughters. We love it here. The natural setting and the great people make Olympia a very special place. I have taken leadership positions in my congregation and in the Democratic Party. Currently, I'm serving on the board of Habitat for Humanity. I've worked in state and local government for many years. In that time, I helped cities and counties put together good transportation systems. Now, I help manage the state capitol campus. I'm the guy who completed the construction of Heritage Park and built the law enforcement memorial. Throughout my career, I've worked with local boards, councils, and commissions, tackling contentious issues and looking for common ground so we can produce results. In this campaign, I've knocked on thousands of doors to talk with people in our community, and two issues rise to the top. The first is that the City Council itself is viewed as troubled and ineffective. Too often, council members failed to listen or were downright disrespectful of citizens. Our city deserves better. I've seen improvement in the past couple of years, but we need to keep that positive momentum going. Olympia is facing significant budget challenges, and we must make hard choices. We cannot afford an ineffective, dysfunctional city council. We want members to work well with each other and with the community. I'll work to restore respect for the council and make sure the council listens to the public. The second major issue I hear about is deep concern with downtown. Downtown is the heart and soul of our community. The City Council made poor budget decisions that are being played out in downtown. They eliminated 5 police officers, including the entire downtown walking patrol. Reductions by social service agencies have also hurt. We need a presence on the street that can direct people in need to appropriate services and can ensure that the sidewalks are safe for everyone. We need to clean up abandoned buildings in downtown, encourage more community events such as Arts Walk, and create a rational parking system. Unfortunately, with my opponent's support, the council instead pushed to have tall buildings on the isthmus, which caused years of community controversy, without accomplishing anything for downtown. Our City Council can and must do better. Olympia is a beautiful place with wonderful people. It's a great place to live. I'm asking you to join with me to move Olympia forward. I'm asking for your vote and that you continue to make a positive difference in our city. My name is Nathaniel Jones, and I'm running for position 3 on the Olympia City Council.
Hello, my name is Jim Cooper, and I'm asking for your vote for Olympia City Council Position 7 on November 8th. I'm running for City Council because I was raised with the culture of serving my community. From my great-grandfather, who was a constable in Texas, this is similar to a precinct-level deputy sheriff, to my grandfather, who was the first paid fire chief and on the school board in the town where I grew up, where my dad is now the mayor. Service is in my blood, and I look forward to continuing that service as your council member. I am currently the executive director of Together, a local community organization focused on health, safety, and success of our young people. Also, I'm the president of my professional association, the Washington Association for Substance Abuse and Violence Prevention, where I constantly advocate for youth health and safety in state, national, and local policies. I'm a proud Army veteran and Eagle Scout, and have 15 years of corporate, nonprofit, and government leadership experience working with diverse people to achieve positive outcomes for people and the environment. I have 3 priorities for Olympia. 1, create an environment where public input actually turns into public policy rather than infighting. I have the skills and experience working with diverse people to help facilitate a conversation where we can agree on a common vision to work towards, or at least to agree to disagree. I'm dedicated to working with you to focus on the vision of Olympia being the best capital city in America. My second priority is to recognize that our environment, community, and economy all benefit when our plans are focused on long-term goals and not short-term profit. I have dedicated myself to working with people to build and sustain a healthy environment. In this work, I have realized that there is a delicate line between balancing human, environmental, and infrastructure priorities across the community. It is important to set clear priorities and plan ahead for things such as safe, bike and walkable neighborhoods, well-defined residential, commercial, and open spaces, and programs that keep people safe while protecting the environment and those in need. My third priority is to work collaboratively with local jurisdictions to create new jobs, expand tourism, and encourage our local businesses to grow and prosper. It is time for us to embrace tourism as a region and embrace this capital city as a destination for tourists and bureaucrats alike. A focus on tourism that looks to increase quality hotel space, public gathering spaces, while monopolizing on the quality environmental and cultural attractions nearby will play a large role in jumpstarting our local economy. I look forward to working with you on moving Olympia forward, and I thank you for your vote on November 8th. To find out more, please visit my website at electjimcooper.com. Thank you.